Hello everybody, it's Thursday already. It's time for Off the Ledge. This is a time that I spend with you about 13 minutes or so every day to get you to a sane frame of mind. To get us all to a sane frame of mind. It's a cold, rainy day in New England. Notice I have my radiator right here next to me. It's kind of ugly. Let's spray some sage. You can get sage in liquid form. And a couple things that I want to say. I want to actually let's start with a few long deep breaths. All right, we're going to do that. Ready? Together. Hold. Inhale. Hold your breath as long as you can and exhale. An even longer exhalation than the inhalation. And do that 2 more times at your own pace. Inhale, hold, and exhale. And just do it 3 times in a row. And then you can open your eyes. I had my eyes closed, maybe you did too. And I want us all to just be right here, right in this moment right now. And in this moment right now, it's very likely that you're okay. And what we feel in the now is what we bring into the future. So let's bring we're okay from now into the future. Let's not be distracted by the hyperventilating, melodramatic feeling of the news that we only have total catastrophe as an option, right? In the realm of possibilities in the universe, there are many, many, many possible things that can happen that are good. So may we stay focused on that, and let's go to Ernest Holmes for some daily inspiration from 365 Science of Mind. I hope you feel inspired to get this book. And I'm going to inspire you to not get it from Amazon. Amazon is not only Prime, Amazon Prime Video is not only running The Apprentice reruns, but also Amazon has decided to carry Trump products. Does that motivate you to get rid of Amazon? If you haven't already, no need to tell us if you've never used it. A lot of us got on it before it went fascist. No guilt. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, from the book of Matthew. I want to reiterate, this is not a religious channel. This is a spiritual channel. There are lines in the Bible that are very metaphysically appropriate. If we make every day a day of praise and thanksgiving, a day in which we recognize the divine bounty, this is a good one for today, the divine bounty and the eternal goodness. And if we live today as though God were the only presence and the only power there is, we would not have to worry about tomorrow. It's like I'm psychic or something, right? I'm going to read that again. If we make every day a day of praise and thanksgiving, a day in which we recognize the divine bounty and the eternal goodness, and if we live today as though God were the only presence and the only power there is, we would not have to worry about tomorrow. We are all human and we have all made mistakes. The starting point for creating a better future for ourselves is to deliberately free our minds from the mistakes of yesterday and feel that they need no longer be held against us. They need no longer be a liability. Too often, our minds are so burdened because of the mistakes we have made that we do not take time to forgive ourselves and others and to start over again. And so it is wise to occasionally review the past and try to find out just what we've been thinking and doing to create this burden in our minds. We cannot go back over the past and relive it. We cannot make adjustments in the past. We have to make them in the present. It is not going to do us any good to sit around and cry over the past and bemoan our fate, because in the very day in which we are living, we are creating our tomorrows, which will become monotonous repetitions of our yesterdays. So let's not do that. And that kind of speaks to me when it comes to thinking about how our democracy got into this place that we're bearing witness to. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. So let's think about, even though we really screwed up our democracy, we're going to act from the present. Let's listen to Kathy Beale. If you're watching this on Thursday, please make sure your notification bell, you're subscribed and you've hit the notification bell. Because Kathy and I were talking about doing a show today. We didn't hone in on the time. I like to do it this way to get you to hit your notification bell. Here's our astrology for Thursday, April 3rd. Kathy Beale's at empowermentunlimited.net. Get in touch with her for an astrology chart reading personally. Please know that we give away a lot for free, and we just want our businesses to work. And I don't mean to speak for her, but that makes sense for any business. Here she is.
This is Kathy Beale of empowermentunlimited.net with Astro Insight for April 3rd, 2024. 3 different parts to the day. Continuing short attention span theater in the early part. Most of the afternoon is one of those times when you don't feel like doing much of anything, and it's hard to get anyone to answer your email or texts, and it's really good for doing repetitive actions, things that you're going to have to do again anyway, like, say, your dishes. And then in the evening, everybody's a homebody, and don't be surprised if you find yourself in the kitchen or being more focused on food than you have been for a while. That's all for now.
Which is kind of like the last part of that, kind of nurturing. Self-nourishment. Make the food healthy. So, what I want to say about what's going on right now is that we have to see ourselves emerging victorious from this world crisis that Donald Trump has put us in, and Putin. So, with that in mind, let's close our eyes. Let's do this. Close your eyes and imagine that these tariffs are stopped, that they barely get going. And let's also imagine and visualize this entire criminal administration removed. And America on a healing path forward. And so it is. So I want to remind you too that tonight is our guided meditation for a healed America. So please join us for that every Thursday night from 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time live. You can always do the meditations later too, because it will be posted. Let's pull 3 cards. Members have access to 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt. It's a transformative course. It's about a 20-minute video each day that runs from Ash Wednesday to Palm Sunday, and it's truly a transformative course. All you have to do is go to the the videos where it says in the description, 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt, and it's not too late to join, because when you're a member, you have access to everything that's set to members only. 3 cards about today. And I'll likely do a pop-up today just to go over a couple things that are going on in our nation. I'll be doing that more frequently. This is Off the Ledge. Okay, so the chaos, the orange buffoon is, and you're hearing people say this now too, he's strictly coming from ego. His mind is a chaotic mess. And the candles on the head in that card are like, those are burning out. They're burning out. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the nothingness card. It's kind of like, okay, what are we going to do with all this as a nation? And once again, I get the postponement card. I feel a wedge going into the works of what he's done with these tariffs. I feel, and I know that the few Republicans disrupted the Apple card a little bit last night, and then that got pushed back on in true North Korea style. But we're not going to be North Korea. Just and I want to say to you, just as far as these cards go, when the nothingness card comes up, that's why we just did that visualization. Because we have to visualize and have the mental equivalent in our minds. I can tell Mercury's retrograde. The mental equivalent in our minds of what we need to happen. And we need these tariffs to stop immediately. And this is absolute chaos. He's a chaos agent. We could have had Kamala. We still can have Kamala. I mean, we could have had Kamala win last November as the visible outcome. But we can still have that. And I'll leave you with this. Now we're all really in this together. Now all of those who have been screaming from the rooftops, he's so dangerous, he's so dangerous, he's so dangerous, stop, 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 all you MAGA Trumpsters that are in the cult. Now everybody is in on what's going on in terms of understanding the damage. And the irony is, it's insatiable greed that's going to be an ingredient in stopping this. Because the oligarchy cannot afford these tariffs. And the oligarchy cannot afford for Americans to not have money to spend on their huge corporate conglomerate businesses. Because in addition to what's going on with these tariffs, people are boycotting the big corporations. And that has a shelf life for people who own these huge corporations that have greed that's insatiable and holes in their souls that will never be filled. They will not stand for these tariffs, and we'll see results of that coming pretty soon. So keep your eye on the news, but also remove yourself from the news. Have a balance. All right, and we'll see you soon. To book a reading, psychic@dion.com. Join us tonight for our meditation, 7 p.m. Eastern. Namaste.